Have you ever felt so proud, so joyful, that you quietly said to yourself, I'm living independently again? Or maybe you smiled and thought, I'm no longer a burden to my family. Or perhaps, during a peaceful moment in your day, you suddenly realized, I can do things on my own again, just like I used to. Those words, they may sound simple, but for many people in their 60 seconds, 70 seconds, or even 80 seconds, they are a dream. A dream of confidence, a dream of control, a dream of living without depending on anyone. And sometimes, what brings us joy isn't something big. It's noticing that, when we step out of bed in the morning, our knees feel lighter. When we bend down to pick something up, the back doesn't ache the way it used to. When we turn, stand, or sit, the hips don't remind us of pain anymore. Or simply waking up one morning and realizing that the stiffness, that tight, heavy feeling in the joints, is finally easing. These small changes become some of the biggest moments in life at this age. And the beautiful thing is this. Many people have told me they feel younger, more confident, and independent again, all after doing just a few gentle movements. Movements that experts call golden exercises for older adults. No heavy workouts, no equipment, no pushing through pain, just 5–10 minutes a day. And the body begins to change in quiet but powerful ways. And if you've ever wished to say, I'm independent again, I truly feel stronger, then today's video is truly for you. In the next section, I'll share why your body absolutely can recover and why these gentle daily movements have the power to transform your life. As we move into our 60 seconds, 70 seconds, and beyond, the body begins to change in very quiet ways. It doesn't warn us with words. It doesn't send a loud signal. Instead, it leaves tiny clues, until one day, we stand up from a chair and notice our legs aren't as strong as they used to be. We climb a step and realize we need to hold on tighter. Or we turn just slightly, and the lower back tightens. But the most important thing I want you to understand is this. It's not your body's fault. It's not your age's fault. And it is certainly not your fault. It is simply your body's way of saying, it needs a different kind of care now. After age 60, several key muscle groups, especially the glutes, thighs, hips, and core, begin to fall asleep because they're not being used the way they should be. And when these muscles weaken, we begin to feel. Standing up becomes harder. Walking feels less steady. Knees grow heavy. The lower back tightens. The hips remind us every time we twist or turn. Mornings start with stiffness and slow first steps. All of this is completely natural. But here is the wonderful truth. The body has memory, and that memory can be reawakened. Countless studies around the world show that if we activate these important muscles, even for just a few minutes a day, people over 60 can regain strength they thought was gone forever. The magic isn't in doing heavy workouts. It's in the precision of the movements. When we move correctly, the body responds quickly. When we move gently, the body accepts the change more easily. And when we move consistently, the body transforms in ways you can truly feel. The exercises we'll do in this video are all based on everyday movements: standing, sitting, stepping, balancing, gentle pushing. Simple movements, yet they unlock confidence and independence in daily life. Now that we understand why the body weakens and how it can recover, let's move to the next part. What makes this method different and why thousands of older adults have regained independence because of it? There's something that surprises many people over 60 when they start doing these exercises. They often ask, how can just a few gentle movements make such a big difference so quickly? Let me share something experts have known for a long time. Older adults don't need hard exercises. They just need the right exercises. No weights, no machines, no gym required. What the body truly needs are simple movements that mimic the things we already do every day: standing up, sitting down, stepping onto a stair, keeping balance, gentle pushing. Scientists call these functional movements everyday actions that keep us independent. And research shows, when we practice standing up and sitting down, the thighs and glutes grow stronger. When we learn to hinge at the hips correctly, the lower back is protected. When we practice stepping up, the knees become more stable. When we train balance, the risk of falling is cut in half. When we do gentle wall push-ups, the arms and shoulders become strong enough to support the body. In simple terms, we are training the very things that allow us to live independently every single day. And because these exercises target the foundation muscles, the body responds quickly. People who practice them often say, their knees feel lighter, their hips hurt less, The lower back no longer aches. Walking feels more confident. Morning stiffness fades away. Some even say they feel like they've regained a better version of themselves. There's another reason this method works so well. It doesn't create fear. It's safe. It's gentle. It doesn't overwhelm the body. And when the body feels safe, it cooperates. When it cooperates, it heals faster. That is the difference between pushing too hard and training exactly what your body truly needs. In the next section, begin with the very first movement, the foundational exercise that many older adults say has helped them feel stronger and more independent when standing up and moving through their day. Now, we begin with the very first exercise. An exercise that may look simple, yet it is the foundation of independence after age 60. It is the sit-to-stand movement. Think about it for a moment. Every day, we stand up from a chair, from the bed, from the dining table, not once, but many times. If we can stand up easily, comfortably, without pushing hard with our hands, that is a sign that our legs and hips are still strong. But if standing up starts to feel heavy, if we need our hands to push ourselves up, if the knees or hips feel slow or stiff, that doesn't mean we're weak. It simply means those important muscles have been asleep for too long. This exercise is the gentle, safe way to wake them back up. When you sit down, feel the support coming from your legs. When you stand up, let your legs lift your body naturally, no rush, no force. Just slow, steady, familiar. Let your body remember a movement it once did so easily. Many people, after practicing this just a few times, told me, "My legs feel lighter. I stood up without holding on. My body feels flexible again." And the words that make me happiest are these: "I feel independent again." If you're listening right now, I have a gentle invitation. Leave the number 1 in the comments. Not for me, but as a promise to yourself that says, "Today, I started. Today, I did it." And now, with your body gently awakened, we'll move on to the second exercise, a very important movement that protects the lower back and brings mobility back to the hips. Now, we move on to the second exercise, one that many older adults have told me. Ever since I started this movement, my lower back pain has eased so much. This is the hip hinge. After age 60, something very quiet begins to happen. We start using our back more and our hips less during daily movements. When we bend down, we use the back. When we pick something up, we use the back. Over time, the lower back becomes overloaded, while the hips, the part that should be doing the work, grow weaker. This exercise helps the body give the job back to the right muscles. When you gently hinge forward at the hips, something wonderful happens. The glutes start to wake up, the hamstrings begin to support you, and the lower back is freed from a burden it was never meant to carry. Just a few slow, controlled repetitions, and you'll feel your body moving in the right direction. No pain, no strain, just the natural feeling of your body, remembering how it was designed to move. Some people told me, for the first time in 10 years, I bent down without pain. Others said, I can twist and turn more easily, my back feels lighter. And many shared that their morning stiffness has almost disappeared. That is why this movement matters so much. It doesn't require strength. It doesn't require skill. All it needs is gentleness and a little patience. And when the hips reawaken, you'll notice that standing becomes easier, walking becomes steadier, and the lower back is no longer something you worry about with every movement. When you're ready, let's move on to exercise #3. The movement that strengthens the knees, builds leg power, and makes climbing stairs feel lighter and easier again. Now we move on to a familiar, yet incredibly important exercise, the step up. This is the movement that has helped many older adults say, "My knees feel so much lighter. I can climb stairs so much easier now." When we were younger, stepping up onto a small ledge was effortless. But as we enter our 60 seconds, 70 seconds, or 80 seconds, many people begin to feel heavy knees, weaker legs, and a sense that climbing stairs has become a small challenge. There is nothing unusual about that. Over time, the muscles responsible for lifting the body upward, especially the quads, glutes, and hips, slowly weaken. The step up is the gentlest way to bring them back to life. Imagine a small step in front of you. It could be a doorstep, a porch step, or a low, sturdy platform. When you place one foot on the step and gently push your body upward, you are teaching your legs to remember a movement they've been doing their entire life, lifting, supporting, and moving the body forward. No need for a high step. No need to rush. Just slow, steady, controlled movement. Each time you step up, your knees gain better support, your hips become more stable, and your legs grow stronger bit by bit. Many people, after just a few days, told me they climb stairs more smoothly, feel steadier stepping onto higher surfaces, and sense their legs coming back to life again. Another wonderful benefit of this exercise is confidence. When the legs grow stronger, you no longer fear missing a step or lacking strength when stepping up onto something slightly higher. And now, with your knees and legs gently activated, we move on to the next exercise. A movement that improves balance, reduces the risk of falling, and brings a sense of safety and stability into everything you do. Now we move on to an exercise that looks small, but plays a very big role in daily life: balancing on one leg. For many older adults, loss of balance doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly, quietly, stepping into the yard and wobbling a little, crossing a doorway and losing momentum for a moment, standing for too long and realizing the legs don't feel as steady as they used to. No one likes to say it out loud, but deep inside, everyone worries about it. Because balance doesn't just help us walk better. It is the single most important factor in preventing falls, and falling is the #1 fear for most people over 60. But here is the beautiful truth: balance can be trained again. Just like we can train memory or breathing, balance is a skill, and the body can relearn it. Imagine you are standing next to a chair or wall for safety. When you gently lift one foot off the ground, your body begins to make tiny, subtle adjustments to help you stay steady. At first, you might feel a little shaky. That is completely normal. In fact, it's a good sign. Because this is the exact moment when the small stabilizing muscles in the ankles, feet, hips, and core are waking up after being underused for years. Every second you hold your balance is progress. Every time you lift your foot and stand a little steadier than before, your body is growing stronger in the most natural way. Many people have told me that after just a few days, they walk with more confidence, they no longer fear missing a step, and they don't feel that sudden wobble when standing up from a chair or getting out of bed. This exercise builds the foundation of safety for every movement you make. And now that your body has begun reconnecting with its sense of balance, we move on to the next exercise, a gentle but powerful movement that strengthens the arms, shoulders, and chest, helping support your whole body in everyday activities. We've strengthened the legs, we've awakened the hips, we've rebuilt balance. And now, this final exercise will help your upper body, your arms, shoulders, and chest grow stronger so they can better support you in everyday situations. This is the wall push-up, a gentle, safe movement, yet powerful enough to help many older adults feel more confident in every step they take. Think about it. When we stand up from a chair, we often use our hands for support. When we push open a heavy door, our shoulders need strength. And if we ever lose balance for a split second, it's our arms that help protect us. That's why building just a bit more strength in the upper body is so important, not for heavy workouts, but to give the body a reliable safety anchor. This exercise is simple. Stand facing a sturdy wall, place your hands on it, and gently lean your body forward and back. No force, no strain. Just a natural movement that lets your arms and shoulders do the work they were meant to do. Many older adults have told me, after a few weeks, I stand up much easier. Pushing doors doesn't feel heavy anymore. I feel more confident moving around the house. And that is the true purpose of this exercise, not to become as strong as you were at 20, but to give your body enough support to take care of itself. When you finish all 5 exercises today, please give yourself credit. Not everyone chooses to invest time in their own well-being, but you did gently, consistently, and with real determination. If you found these exercises helpful, leave the number 5 inches the comments a small reminder that says, "Today, I completed all 5 steps toward greater independence." And now, I invite you to join me in the final section, a warm message to close today's journey and encourage you on the road ahead. When it comes to exercising after age 60, many people think the body is too old to change, but science has been telling us the exact opposite. For years, major health organizations around the world, including the National Institute on Aging, NIA, Harvard Health, Mayo Clinic, and trusted media like the New York Times and CNN Health have all agreed on one thing. The older body still has remarkable ability to recover when trained the right way. The NIA once reported, adults over 60 can improve muscle strength within 2 to 6 weeks of gentle exercise. No heavy workouts, No long sessions, just consistency and the right muscles being activated. Harvard Health also emphasizes exercises that mimic everyday movements like sit-to-stand, step-ups, and balance training are key to maintaining independence in older age. CNN Health published an article where many seniors shared they felt 10 years younger after adding just 5–10 minutes of daily movement. Even Mayo Clinic highlighted research showing knee pain can significantly decrease after 3–4 weeks of strengthening the hips and thighs. Balance can improve by up to 28%. Fall risk can drop by nearly 50%. These aren't just numbers. They're hope. Hope that your body still holds incredible potential that may simply have been asleep for a while. And most importantly, the exercises in today's video are the very ones experts recommend. They're gentle, safe, and they target the exact muscle groups that determine whether an older adult can stay independent. No running, no weights, no exhausting routines. Just simple, precise, slow movements done with intention. And when we train the body correctly, the body responds quickly. Now, let's move to the next part, a section that I believe will help you deeply connect what you're doing today with the greatest goal of all: living strong, living steady, and living independently. Before we finish, I'd like you to take a few seconds to listen to your body. Feel your breath becoming steady, your body feeling lighter, and your legs, your arms, your back, your hips all quietly waking up after a long rest. The movements today may have been gentle, but it's exactly this gentleness that creates big changes. Standing up more easily, walking more steadily, balancing with more confidence, and most importantly, feeling your independence returning, little by little. Thank you for spending this time exercising with me today. Every minute you give to your body is a gift to your health, your independence, and to the loved ones who care about you. If today you felt even a little lighter, a little steadier, or simply proud that you showed up and tried, leave the number 5 inches the comments as a reminder to yourself. I completed today's routine and am proud of myself. And if you'd like more gentle, safe, and effective exercises, made especially for people over 60, hit the subscribe button so we can continue this journey together tomorrow, the next day, and for many years to come. Wishing you strength, joy, and many days ahead filled with independence and confidence.